Sip Tina, Sip Rajendra, Sip Sangam, Sip Yogini, Sip Bliko, Sip Bliss, Sip Chandra, Sip Parvati Amma, Sip Rumataji, Sip Sagai, Sip Buddh, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Pankaj, Sip Chidanand. And I cannot see anybody else because people must be busy. Lakshmi coming into the call. My dear administrator, subject of today's discussion. Why does consciousness of truth create bliss? Why do we need consciousness of truth for bliss? So, as I said, these are very important words. You know, every meeting we are going from point to point. And today, let us go to another level. Okay. Who is going to attempt? Who is the spiritual champion for today? Who is going to tell us why we need consciousness of truth for bliss? Why does that consciousness of truth? Who's going to attempt? Come on, spiritual champions. Who's going to attempt? I'm waiting for you.
Shivam Sarji.
Don't be scared of making any mistake. Yes, Nichani sir, bolo.
Sarji, I don't know if I'll be right.
Nobody knows if they're right.
Consciousness, bliss, it is Sat Chit Anand.
Correct.
Truth.
Right. You are right.
Chit is consciousness, bliss is
Correct.
Anand.
Correct. Why, Ashok, why does the Chit of Sat create Sat Chit Anand or Anand? Why? What you're saying is absolutely correct.
It creates, yes, it creates Sat Chit Anand because we are not in thoughts. We are in thoughtless state of mind.
Very good. Very good.
Mind, there is no mind. There are no thoughts.
Very good. Excellent progress. So why, Ashok?
It is because we are in the union with God at that time.
How are we in union with God? We may not be in union with God.
Because we are in consciousness, we are in yoga.
No, not necessary. Sat Chit Anand may not be necessarily we are in yoga. We may just be in Sat Chit Anand.
Sarji, because we are not in that outside world. We are in the inside world.
Good. So let us. So Ashok, you brought very beautiful thoughts to the table. Great start. Thank you, Girish and Bliko. So Ashok, let us see how we go forward. But you are, and don't be scared of making a mistake, Ashok. Unless you have the confidence of saying, how will you learn, Ashok? Unless you get in this consciousness.
Right, Sarji.
So don't hesitate. If you are right or wrong, you attempt the answer. Don't hesitate, please.
Correct, correct, Sarji. We learn from our mistakes.
You must make. Don't be scared of making a mistake. Girish and Bliko.
Right.
When I am in consciousness of the truth, I am free from triple suffering. That's why bliss is created. When there is mind, ego, there cannot be bliss. The moment you are in consciousness of the truth, you are free from triple suffering. That's why bliss is created.
You're 99.9% right. But why?
Because there is no mind to steal it.
So,
in the absence of the mind, bliss alone remains.
Why does that consciousness of truth create bliss?
Because in the absence of mind, there is nothing to steal the bliss.
Okay, good point. I told you 99.9%. So I'm not It's a good.
You become Ruh. Ruh is unaffected by anything.
Now you have come to 100%. Now you have come to 100%. Now explain this. Now explain.
Only when we are body, mind, and ego, we get affected by its cravings, its shortcomings, its desires.
No. Only when we are body, mind, and ego, we suffer the triple suffering of body, mind, and ego.
Yes. Yes.
So what you said just now, when we are in consciousness, then what happens?
We become Ruh.
Therefore, what happens?
Only bliss we experience.
Why?
Because bliss is the nature of Ruh.
Now you're coming to the right answer. Perfect answer. There are two aspects. What are the two aspects? Tell me.
Sat Chit Anand.
That's okay. Just now you explained two aspects why Sat Chit creates Anand. What are the two aspects?
The moment you are conscious of the truth, you experience unboundedness.
Correct.
Unlimitedness.
Correct. That's one aspect. And the second aspect?
Your Chit is having the facts of the Sat.
Just now you told.
Absence of mind and thoughts.
And then that's just then you told, after that also you told.
Triple suffering not there.
Say like that now. Say like that. So Girish, there are two aspects. Aspect one. First aspect, Girish. First aspect. When we are in consciousness of truth, we are liberated from triple suffering. First aspect. First aspect, Girish. When we are in consciousness of truth, I am not body, no pain. I am not mind, no fear, worry, stress, anxiety. I am not ego, I'm not ego, no anger, hate, revenge, jealousy. So now I am Ruh. I am Ruh. I am Atma. I am AiR. I am the soul in Girish. The Atma Swarup. That Atma Swarup is Ananda. And that Atma Swarup is Ananda only when there is Satya Chitta, that I am not BME. So the both aspects are very important. So let us listen to the rest of the Bliko. Good, very excellent. Good start by Nichani. Good. Sometimes first batsman 100 runs, century. Second batsman another 100 runs, means the team score becomes very strong. So let us now get to Bliko. The next batsman is Bliko.
Sivoham, everybody. I will read what I wrote before this call.
Sometimes it's better to do that.
Yeah. So the consciousness of truth break free the soul immediately from the prison, which is imaginary, and we can feel the nature of soul. So this imaginary prison of body, mind, ego is a reason for preventing us from experiencing bliss. So when this prison breaks by the truth of consciousness, we experience the bliss, because there is no body, mind effect, body, mind, and ego effect on us. We don't own this imaginary, rascals, and then we experience bliss, which is the nature of the soul.
Yeah. So Bliko, you know what I feel right now, what we are doing? You're the third batsman who is giving correct knowledge, which we can get in college. But I don't know whether the batsmen have got the anubhuti. Girish and Ashok Nichani, what is important is, now let me explain to you what I mean. And all of you are saying the correct thing. But what I'm telling you is this. I'm telling you, Satya ka chit ananda hai, Satchidananda, चिदानंदा एहसास जो सच का करता है चित्त में रहता वो आनंदा पाता कभी भी वो ना है डरता कभी वो दुखी ना होता सच के चित्त में रहता आनंदा पाता सच्चिदानंदा. You need to get this anubhuti. And this anubhuti, my dear friends, right, is consciousness. How do you get this bliss? This bliss. I know somebody, that person was talking so much of Satchitanand, but the person was getting gripped by fear. Why is the person getting gripped by fear? I asked that person, why are you getting gripped by fear? But when we are gripped by fear, that shows we are not in consciousness. Immediately, you know what is happening? Anybody? Anybody can tell me what is happening?
Mind takes over.
Correct. Immediately what is happening, Girish, is what you have authored. Man mithya dukha. Man mithya dukha. Where is fear coming from? Fear coming from man. What is fear? Fear is mithya. What is this man creating fear? Mandar dukha. What is this mandar dukha? Mandar dukha is the mind is creating fear, which is a mithya, man mithya, and creating dukha. When you are in Satchidanand, what do you feel? When you are in Satchidanand, you say, Ye Leela hai Maya, kuch bhi sach to na, नाटक ये प्रभु का है एक ख्वाब जैसा जहां में होता जो वो माया है. Are we able to say it? We are not able to say it. Why we are not able to say it? Because we are not in Chitta. Why we are not in Chitta? Because the foundation of Sattva has not been set. My dear friends, therefore, the whole process of this enlightenment journey is bit by bit by bit by bit. We have to progress and we have to build a very strong foundation. Rumataji, बताइए.
Guruji, pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Namaskar, बताइए.
Guruji, consciousness of truth is when we are in yoga. At that time we are united with God, and we at that time we realize the truth.
See, I told you there are two.
That is bliss. Eternal bliss. At that
Rumataji,
time,
Satchit Anand and yoga are two different aspects of the same spiritual journey. You may be in karma yoga, but you are not in Satchidanand. You may be in Satchidanand, but you may not be in yoga, but you may just be in Satchit. You may be in consciousness, and you may just be in that state of Ananda. I told you last time also we had a discussion. I myself am not very clear about this. I will try to formulate the connection between Satchidanand and yoga. I will try to build a connection. I will try to have a session on this. What is the connection between Satchidanand? I have not been able to give you all a clear picture on this. We have spoken on it a couple of times. In the next 1 or 2 days, we will crack it. We will crack what is the relationship between Satchidanand and yoga. We need to understand this. But when you're in yoga, obviously you're in Ananda. Last time we spoke about Yoga Ananda. We spoke about it. You are in a different. The Dhyana Yoga Ananda is different. The Bhakti Yoga Ananda is different. The Karma Yoga Ananda is different. The Prema Yoga Ananda is different. The Jnana Yoga Ananda is different. Now, what you're talking in the Zoom call, this Ananda is not the same as Bhakti when you're listening to bhajan. It's not the same as Dhyana when you're in silence. It is Ananda, no doubt. But there is
means not eternal bliss.
नहीं, ऐसे भी नहीं बोल सकते हैं. ठीक क्या होता है? There are two, जैसे कि right hand and left hand. Right now I'm seeing them as two separate hands on the spiritual journey.
Yes.
So I'm telling you honestly, I have not contemplated on the connection of the two. I will contemplate today. Today I will contemplate on this. I myself need to contemplate. But today our subject is very clear, Rumataji. Why does, I want you to think, Rumataji, with your intellect. Why does consciousness of truth create bliss? Why does chit of sat, why does it create ananda? Because who said? Girish told. Girish said that the Rumataji, jo ruh hai na, the soul, it is eternally blissful. It is eternally blissful. Therefore, when you are in that state of being the Ruh, when you are in the state of Satya Chitta, then Ananda doesn't need any effort. Dekhiye, you need to eat an ice cream. You need to eat an ice cream to be happy. You need to buy a new dress to be happy. You need to go to a place to be happy. You need to be with a loved one to be happy. But in Satchidanand, you don't need anything to be happy. You don't need a pleasure. You don't need a possession. You don't need a person.
Yes, Guruji.
क्यों? ऐसा क्यों है?
गुरुजी क्योंकि वो रूह से कनेक्टेड है, बॉडी से कनेक्टेड नहीं है. क्योंकि ड्रेस लेते हैं तो अपने को प्लीज करने के लिए लेते हैं, अपनी ईगो को प्लीज करने के लिए लेते हैं, sometimes to show off.
Of course.
But eternal bliss is for Ruh.
So what? Why do a person like me wear only white shirt? तो white shirt पहन के किसी को impress करने का जरूरत ही नहीं. आप लोग black, blue, green, yellow, orange पहनते हैं. Every day you have to think कि आज कौन सा शर्ट पहनना है, कौन सा पैंट पहनना है, कौन सा शू पहनना है, कौन सी लिपस्टिक पहननी है, कौन सी नेल पॉलिश पहनना है, कौन सा चश्मा डालना है. कोई लोग हैं तो लुई विटॉन का चश्मा चाहिए. मतलब एक आदमी है जोकर माफिक, फ्लाइट में तो था वो जोकर माफिक था. एक ब्लू कलर की लुई विटॉन पैंट थी, रेड कलर की लुई विटॉन शर्ट थी, फिर ब्लैक कलर की लुई विटॉन ग्लासेस. Just trying to impress people.
They want to show off.
No, that's okay. But will you get the ananda?
No.
There is no harm. There is no harm in
only
showing
temporary, for a moment. Momentarily.
So when you are in consciousness of the truth, what happens? I'm going to ask now Bliko, Yogini and Lalit Kumar. But I'm asking another question to all of you. Another question. When you're in consciousness of the truth, what happens that creates bliss? When you're in consciousness of the truth, then what happens that creates bliss? Who will answer that question? But Bliko, Yogini and Lalit Kumar. I'm asking three of you also, but I've added a new question to the whole list. Bliko.
So first I will answer that. What happens when you are in consciousness?
Yeah.
You get disconnected from Bhoga, and that creates Ananda, because in Bhoga you lose the very nature of soul and you are dragged by the Bhoga.
And what disconnects you from the Bhoga?
That consciousness will connect you from soul, which is a bliss.
But
you
what
are
happens?
sitting on a fountain of the bliss, right?
No, what you're saying is correct. When you are in Sat and Chidan, you get disconnected from the Bhoga. What you're saying is correct. I'm asking one more. You know, the chain, no, Bliko. Chain में एक link है, फिर और एक link है, फिर और एक link है, फिर और एक link है. So there's one more link. I'm asking, what is the link that frees you from the Bhoga?
So you are disconnected from mind.
What is the link that disconnects you?
That I cannot answer. But one more thing is that I was about to tell. Apart from this, is the bliss of soul can be explained like in a example of musk deer looking for musk. So it is same thing. We are looking for happiness and bliss from outside, which is never going to be, permanent, because we are sitting on that place where bliss is there. Like musk deer is always carrying the musk.
In simple words, the moment we become Sat Chit, when we are in that Sat Chit, we don't need to search for Ananda, because Ananda is automatic.
All bliss.
Lalit,
I understand it as bliss. How do I get it? Well,
that Anand, what you are talking of, Param Anand, is what is called Sat Chit Anand.
yeah.
Param Anand is itself Sat Chit Anand. Point one. And point two, what you are trying to explain, this Param Anand and Sat Chit Anand, cannot be explained in words.
Yeah. It can't be explained, but what happens with the body? What happened with
you? Hello. You are not that body which you are talking about. Where is the question of what happens to the body?
yeah, that's true. So that's what there are certain.
But point well taken. Point well taken. You have 2 points. Second point.
Second point is consciousness. Now, consciousness is something which is given in Bhagavad Gita, Sakshi Bhav. When we are living in Sakshi Bhav, if we can live constantly in Sakshi Bhav, we are constantly in bliss. Means I am doing, the other person, other gentleman, I forgot his name, maybe Mr. Bliko told or somebody told, to Tyag Bhoga. Like we need not give away anything, but do the things of the life with the Sakshi Bhava.
What is the meaning of Sakshi?
Means
what do you understand? What do you understand by the meaning of Sakshi?
I am not doing. Lalit is not doing. Lalit is nothing.
Sakshi means you become. Sakshi means you become the witness.
Yes.
So when you become the witness, you become the observer. Yes. You know what it means? When you become the witness or the observer, it means you are nothing.
Yes, correct.
And the moment you become nothing, we spoke yesterday or day before yesterday, you become everything.
Yes, correct.
And this is exactly what is Sakshi Bhava. Sakshi Bhava is मैं क्या हूँ कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ तुम ही हो प्रभु, तुम बिन मैं क्या कुछ भी ना. So what you're saying is all correct. So is there a question or you're just sharing?
No. I'm saying that why, because the question is why consciousness, why truth creates the happiness, right? The bliss. If we are living in Sakshi Bhava, it creates bliss. Correct. If we are not in Sakshi Bhava, it creates happiness and sorrow both.
Yeah. What you're saying is the same thing. But you're not answering the question. Why living in Sakshi Bhava creates bliss? You tell that answer. No, you answer the question.
Because you don't have the burden. You don't have the burden of doing the things. You are burdenless. You are nothing. Paramananda or bliss a burdened person cannot feel any happiness. Forget about bliss. When you are burdened with I am doing, I am, I, that burden of I is removed. So you are free of burden.
So now you're coming back to the same answer which we have just notified. What you're saying, you're only saying it from the perspective of the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, good, Lalit. Samatma.
I just shared my experience.
No,
my understanding.
What you're saying is good. I hope you took it in the right spirit. I explained to you. You are trying to give the explanation of that Paramanand. There cannot be an explanation of that Paramanand. And that Sakshi Bhava is nothing but Satchit Anand. So you're only bringing from the point of view of Bhagavad Gita. It's okay. There's no problem. The only problem is, see, the problem is this, Lalit. Somebody asked me the question and I had no answer. They said, please tell me. Please
But
tell
these
me.
are the questions which
One
are
second.
hard to get answers.
No, hold on. Somebody asked me the question. When there was a big yuddha going on in the between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, please explain to me, how was Lord Krishna sitting and giving big bhashan at that time? What answer I should give? I have no answer. So we avoid getting too much into mythology and epics. We want to stick to the truth. We are using terminology which is to stick with the truth. Otherwise, people ask me that when nice somebody was giving a talk with RJ Karthik, where I went to do a recording. Somebody was giving a talk. So he said, Ram ko kisne mara? You heard that? He said, so aapne Ram ko bola, you heard Chidanand, you heard that? You heard that? So they asked when Ram went back to his kingdom, his mother asked him, tumne Ravan ko mara? So he said, मैंने रावण को नहीं मारा. क्या किया? तुम क्या बात करते हैं? तुमने रावण को नहीं मारा. Then he said, हाँ मैंने रावण को मारा. अभी तुम बोलते हैं तुमने रावण को नहीं मारा. अभी तुम बोलते हैं मैंने रावण को मारा. हाँ मैंने रावण को नहीं मारा. अभी तुम बोले मैंने रावण को नहीं मारा. Because you heard it? You heard this story? Then Rama explained, मैंने रावण को नहीं मारा. मैंने नहीं, मैंने रावण को मारा. Come on, Samatma.
Sure, sir.
Sure.
When consciousness of the truth is there, when you are at that level,
question,
you are
if you
in
don't
total
mind.
Satchidanand, because there is
I'm
a
sorry,
group,
I could saw some noise in between. Repeat, please.
when the consciousness of truth is there,
Yeah.
you are in Satchidanand because you have root-to-root connection. You are not connected to a person or a thing. It is total root-to-root connection because you have realized that Jagat Mithya Sip Satya. So you are only looking at the root, means you are connected to root. And when you really realize this, that Sip is Satya, then you have transcended everything. There is nothing beyond that, it is only bliss.
Correct. But Samatma, since you're such a deep seeker and so advanced in the subject, do you realize, I'm asking you again, forget about whatever happened in the last 30 minutes. Do you realize why this consciousness of truth creates bliss? Do you realize why the Chitta of Sat creates Ananda? Do you realize?
Because at that point, we are beyond ignorance. Everything, nothing else matters to us. We have
So
crossed.
Why this Sattva of Chit creates Ananda? Do you realize?
Because we are thoughtless.
That is a key word. That is a key word. Nobody said that word so deeply. One word.
We are inside.
Yeah, because why the Sattva of Chit create Ananda? Because when you are in that Chitta, you are what he said, Sakshi Bhava. Sakshi Bhava is a very complicated word. But when you are in Chitta, Chitta is a simple word. Chitta means you are just you don't need anything for Anand. You don't need a cigarette. You don't need Johnny Walker. You don't need a kick. You don't need any orgasmic pleasure. You don't need. Because you have already gone beyond the body, mind, and ego. You have dropped the body, mind, and ego. That's when you become the witness. That's when you reach that state. But if you become witness for a little while and you lose your chitta for a little while, again you come back a little while, then this shuttling business is like a seesaw. That's why we don't experience the Satchit Anand. We don't experience the Satchit Anand because we are not in. It's just like Samatma in your house. The current comes, it gives light, then goes off. then gives light, then goes off, then gives light, then goes off. Will your rice cook? Your rice cooker, will the rice cook?
No.
The rice will not cook because the power is coming, going, coming, going, coming, going, coming, going, coming, going, coming, going, coming. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you all today. We need to be in that Sat Chit Anand itself means. Sat Chit means consistent Chit of Sat. This word Sat Chit automatically implies that you are bound with that Sat Chit. When there is no Satta, then the Chitta will come and go and come and go and come and go. But Satta Chitta becomes a bond. It becomes fixed. You cannot lose the Satta Chitta because you are Satta Chitta. That is why there is Ananda. Because there is no inconsistency. There is not Chitta Man, Chitta Man, Chitta Man, Man, Chitta Man, Chitta Man, Chitta Man, Chitta. There is no Man, Chit, Man, Chit. There is you then. When there is Man Chit, there is no Man Chit Anand. When there is Sat Chit, there is Sat Chit Anand. Have you ever heard of Man Chit Anand? There is no Man Chit Anand. You can't be Man Chit, Man Chit, Man Chit, Man Chit, Man Chit, Man Chit, Man Chit. That is why the answer came now what you're talking. Sat Chit only gives Anand. Man Chit will be Sukh Dukh, 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 Sukh Dukh. Girish.
Thank you.
You are saying.
Girish.
You are saying that Jagat is mithya.
Who's speaking?
Prince Bhalla.
You're a newcomer to the call, sir?
No, sir, I'm listening to you.
Okay, your name, please?
Prince Bhalla.
Prince Bhalla. Please tell us. I have not spoken to you before, so I'm asking if you're new to the call. Have you been attending call before or first day?
No, this is the first time.
Bolo, sir. What is your question? And every newcomer gets a priority of overtaking all the old comers. They all understand. So please tell us what is your question.
No, my question is only a simple question that always we हम ये बोलते हैं कि जगत is mithya, jagat is mithya, jagat is mithya. We are taking everything from outside. We are eating from outside. We are taking breath from outside. Everything we are taking from outside.
Correct.
And we are saying that jagat is mithya.
Yeah.
अगर जगत is mithya तो फिर why we are taking everything?
तो आप क्या बोलते हैं? जगत मिथ्या है, जगत सत्य? आप क्या बोलते हैं?
नहीं, जगत मिथ्या ऐसा बोलते हैं ऐसा लेकिन मैं ये मानता हूं कि बाहर भी उसका, अंदर भी उसका.
तो आपका सवाल ये है कि जगत मिथ्या कैसे है? ये आपका सवाल है?
Yes.
Can I answer you? Can I answer you?
हर चीज का enjoy हम बाहर करते हैं.
Please listen to me.
जी.
Can I explain the answer? Because there are 3 people waiting in line. Let me explain the answer to you. Okay?
Yes, sir. Please.
The answer is in a Hindi song. Okay? मिथ्या का मतलब क्या है? दिखता सच पर वो ना है. जैसे अंगूठी दिखती अंगूठी पर सच में अंगूठी ना है. अंगूठी से अगर हम सोना निकाले तो फिर वो कहाँ है? सोना अगर निकल जाए अंगूठी क्या है? अंगूठी तो ये मिथ्या है. Did you understand the song? ये दिखने में अंगूठी है. क्या है? ये है अंगूठी.
Yes.
अगर अंगूठी से हम सोना निकाल दे तो कहाँ रहेगा अंगूठी?
कुछ भी नहीं.
तो ये इसका मतलब है मिथ्या. इस जगत में, in this world, every molecule of matter, as discovered by scientists in the 2022 Nobel Prize, every molecule of matter, जो 5 तत्व हैं, every molecule is made up of energy. अगर वो मैटर एनर्जी है तो मतलब इस दुनिया में और कुछ नहीं है, सब शक्ति है, सब प्रभु की शक्ति है. इसलिए इसे मिथ्या कहते हैं.
मिथ्या कहते हैं, लेकिन दर्द होता है ना, चोट लगती है तो दर्द होता है ना. मिथ्या कहाँ है? अभी आप मेरे को मारोगे,
दर्द इसलिए होता है, दर्द इसलिए होता है प्रिंस बिकॉज आप समझते हैं आप ये तन है. When were you born? When were you born?
1975.
Which day?
26 जनवरी.
झूठ. झूठ. आपका शरीर 26 जनवरी को धरती पे आया, लेकिन you were born 9 months before. आपकी शुरुआत तो 9 महीने पहले हुई जब युग मंच बना, एक कण बना. तब शरीर कहाँ था? तब शरीर कहाँ था? तो thank you for joining the call. How did you come to this call? Who told you about this call? Sir, how did you come to this call? किसने बताया आपको कॉल के बारे में?
मुझे तो कॉल आया था.
अच्छा, तो प्लीज ज्वाइन एवरी डे at 8 o'clock. आज तो टाइम लिमिटेड है, एंड आस्क अस मोर क्वेश्चंस at 8 o'clock because 8:30 we close. अभी तो दो मिनट में कॉल बंद हो जाएगा. Oh, टाइम हो गया. But I will quickly ask those people who are left. Sorry, my dear friends, you know when a newcomer comes, I heard his name as Prince. आपने क्या किया? Prince, आपका नाम पूरा नाम Prince?
Prince भल्ला.
Prince भल्ला.
Yes.
तो राजा साहब आ गए. राजा साहब आ गए. Prince भल्ला, राजा साहब आ गए तो उनको हमने टाइम दिया. अच्छा, तो चिदानंद, please use the last point before we close.
Shivam Guruji, I just wanted to say that it is the Swarupa. When the sugar, if you say why sugar is sweet, it is sweet. Similarly, why truth? The moment your consciousness of truth itself is the bhava, that is that what a sakshi bhava and all we call it, but that itself is what you call like sweetness. That itself is bliss.
What you say is correct.
Swarupa, it is Swarupa of Sep.
But my dear Chidanand, today's question was a little deeper. The question was, why is the Swarupa sweetness of sugar?
Because it is because Prabhu is Ananda.
Yeah.
Asti Bhati Priyam is that truth itself is.
So Chidanand, it's what you say is correct, but understand.
It's not an anubhava. Bliss is never an anubhava. It is an anubhuti. Moment you have that fusion,
but that
you
anubhuti
realize
comes,
Sip as Ananda only.
But that anubhuti comes only when you are in Satya Chitta.
Ignorance has to go.
Because ignorance has to go, the body, mind, ego has to drop, the triple suffering has to disappear, the emergence of the Sakshi, the emergence of the Swarup of the Atma, the emergence of Chit, the consciousness. When there is that emergence, then he was trying to, our dearest Lalit was trying to explain
exactly
how you feel that Param Anand. I told her,
it cannot be explained because
because sometimes Lalit will be sometimes he'll be crying, sometimes he'll be laughing. People will think he's a madman, but he's not madman. He's experiencing such.
The body may be in pain, but I may be in bliss.
Sometimes I'm in on a Shivaratri day, I'm in front of the Lord, and there are tears in my eyes. You can't explain that. There is no explanation. That is Sat Chit Anand. My dear friends, the time has gone beyond the allowed time. So tomorrow at 8, we will again meet and we will take it forward. With folded hands, I bow down to you. I bow down.